Welcome back to the channel. My name is Corey and I am real queer. Today we have the distinct pleasure of continuing the Twilight saga. You know, something that's crazy about that is I literally never got like in with calling it that. You know what I mean? Like, it's Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Break It Down Part 1, Break It Down Part 2. Like, I don't do the Twilight saga shit at the beginning. Like, this series didn't need that for me. Like, I didn't need that. Like, I knew these were the movies. You know what I mean? It just kind of made it sound ugly. I don't know why I came out the gate hot as hell with that hot take, but there you go. Hated it. And this one, I think Veronica Victoria is the big bad. Like, she's the villain of the piece, and there's like a mini battle taking place. Just, you know, all that going on. I vaguely remember this one. Like, by the time Eclipse happens, my brain is putty anyway when I watch these. So yeah, let's just get into it. I don't really remember this, but I'm sure it'll start to come to me as I'm watching it. So let's watch. Oh yes, with this like model handsome man. It's just like, I'm a vampire now. I'm working with Victoria. Like, he's just like gorgeous, right? Like a model. He's like, yeah, I'm working late. I'm coming in from work. Just the Seattle rain. It's never mentioned, but since Laurent and Victoria and James were nomads, did they know about the Volturi? I just got like a random thought, like, did they know that the Volturi existed? Like, are there vampires that don't know about the Volturi who are being crazy? Or like, does everybody just know about the Volturi? Like, what's that? That's a more interesting question than what's going on with Victoria, to be quite honest. Acting, girl. Screaming and hollering, acting.
Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice.
You know, her whole thing is like reading these like really deep poems about like hopelessness and finding the hope and love. And she put herself in these terrible situations so she could be like, oh, I'm so in danger and everybody has to keep me safe because people want me dead. Oh, like, that's her vibe. Like, she's like getting off on it.
Marriage is just, it's a piece of paper.
Where I'm from, it's the way one says I love you.
It's just so unfortunate because this could have just been a well-written series. You know what I mean? Like, listening to them talk, I'm like, what the fuck are y'all even talking about, girl? Shut up. And like, had this been handled a little bit better, just a lot better, it would be like really good, you know? I think we like the idea so much, we sort of like ignored maybe the little things added to get you there. You know what I mean? Like, we like the girl in love with a vampire kind of, you know what I mean? We like that. But then like the details, we were like, ugh, I guess we can overlook them for the story.
But I have other reasons for grounding you. I just want you to get some separation from him.
And at this point, your parents are begging you. Your parents are like, please go somewhere else. This poor fucking poor Charlie, this poor father with this damn girl. She's like, I'm not gonna stop being crazy with this man. And he's like, please, like, is there anything I can do? She's like, no. He's like, like, he's so, they're terrorizing this man. Charlie, baby, I'm so sorry.
You scared me.
And now he's like, where are you going? I saw you leaving. Where are you going? Like, that's him right now. He's like, oh, I thought you were, yeah, I saw you leave your room. Where you going? Girl.
Hey, did you do this to my truck?
And he sabotaged your vehicle.
Good. Hey, just in time. All right, check it out.
Oh yeah, I remember, this is the movie where the Cullens are just like randomly enmeshed in this random friend group for seemingly like no reason. It just like Edward would make sense because he's dating Bella, but like all the Cullens didn't have to move to that table, you know? Man, just imagine you're like Jessica and like this awkward friend of yours and the weirdest kids in school just came to sit with y'all and that was just y'all lunch table. I'd be like, ooh, okay.
I wonder what's wrong.
There's someone missing in Seattle over a year ago. Charlie's done what he can.
You know something about this?
And then now she's just like has a lifeline to all this crazy shit that she, regardless, like otherwise wouldn't know about. That's crazy. And they're like, no, you don't need to know that. She's like, tell me now.
It's still just you and I, right?
Man, Charlie hates him.
Round trip ticket to see Mom in Florida.
It expires soon, so you might want to use it this weekend. It might be your last chance to see her before you graduate.
Ooh.
You just feel the vitamin D soaking up in your pores.
Yeah, I am gonna miss this.
Then why even? She's pissing me off. She really is. I'm sorry, I can't hold it in no more. She's pissing me off.
Not a bad thing.
It's an intense thing.
I don't know. We're just
In love.
I just like outside looking in, I'd be like, girl, you are obsessed with him and he's obsessed with you. And that's not really the healthiest. Just like be aware of that. Like, I know this is you're young, but like just letting you know that like, you know, have your own thing going on too. Oh. And they're just like in the night going out to get this vampire.
I'm always hoping for that.
what?
If I asked you to stay in the car,
Oh, the music's changing. It's probably going Jacob. Yeah, it's like cool music. Like, yeah. Somebody, yeah. Come on. That was so corny. Like, slow, like what are we do? Good job. A plus Eclipse.
You didn't tell her?
just leave it alone.
Oh
Jake.
God.
Did you lie to get her out of town, too?
Oh.
Just leave.
She is the one the redhead wants.
Oh.
Victoria?
Yeah, I don't know what, like, I don't know why Edward kept that from her. It's giving abusive relationship. No shade. No, full shade on that one, actually. Because he tried to, like, trap her from going to go talk to Jacob. Won't let her go anywhere alone.
Hold on. Edward, you have to trust me.
Why would he? You know Bella loves to shake it up, girl. And he has to just watch his girlfriend go off with the... That's crazy. He's like, give me a second, I gotta go talk to him. And just gets on his motorcycle. Okay. All right, Bella.
Hey, look who's back. What up, Bella?
Oh.
Bella, this is Leah Clearwater.
I'm really sorry about your father.
If you're here to torture Jacob some more, feel free to leave.
Cunt. Love her. She's my favorite one. She's my favorite one. Leah, love her. Favorite character. Because the way she ate that, she just ate. She looked at, she munched her up and said,
It's more than some crush, Bella. See, I'm imprinted on Emily.
oh, this is when that's introduced. Yeah, I forgot.
Do I even want to know what that is?
You will become aware all soon enough, Bella. Trust me.
Imprinting on someone is like, all of a sudden, it's not gravity holding you to the planet. It's her.
So imprinting is like, who am I going to be super clingy and like really obsessed with for the rest of my life for no reason I can't really explain? Great. Also, does the other person get to have any say in that? Are they, if they don't like you, they get to be like, no, unimprint? Like, you know, what's the vibe? Is it completely both ways? What's that about?
You knew this was going to happen.
Not in a month. I I mean, not before you've even lived.
I remember that was like a meme from us. Before you even lived, like that was that's something that I repeat back to my friends. Before you even lived. We are really stretching the limits of his acting ability, aren't we?
You know, Edward could at least respect mealtimes.
I was just with Jake.
Oh. Good.
And this man's like, okay, she's gonna maybe be with. Oh, you know,
Worried at me.
I forgot. It's a jump scare when she opened the door. His eyes like black. He's like, "Where you been all day, girl?" It's like, and they're playing it as protective, but it's not coming through that way at all.
Someone's been in here.
These black demon eyes, just shark eyes, being like,
Scent disappeared about 5 miles south of Bella's house.
where'd this accent come from? Has he always had an accent? Hold on. He didn't have an accent in the other ones, did he? Am I tripping?
We'll also take shifts guarding Bella at her house.
Another protection detail?
Period, girl. Is this all we're doing?
I'm not leaving you here defenseless.
And I wouldn't be unprotected. I have.
A werewolf other boyfriend. Yeah.
Edward hated the idea, but it wasn't about rivalry anymore.
She's like, it's not about any of that. It's all about me. Think about it this way. These two factions who had a treaty and were minding their own business are becoming more and more enmeshed into each other's shit because of this girl. Now, this is very real. This is very real. This is two corny dudes fighting over an equally corny girl. Like, this is what that gives. And so I live for this because this is just straight people mess. And I love that. Like, I love this.
You sure this is okay? I really hate being a party crasher.
He brought this random white girl to the like the council meeting where it's people from the fucking she all in this community. She should not be there. Jacob's he's given like man who will just aggressively invite his girlfriend to everything. Like, you want to go like get a cup of coffee and catch up. He brings his girlfriend. You know, like they go everywhere together. That's the kind of like he's like showing her all, like that's what this gives.
One day, our warriors came across a creature. It was hard like stone and cold as ice. Our warrior's sharp teeth finally tore it apart, but only fire would completely destroy it. She took her vengeance out on the village. Taha Aki's third wife could see that he would lose. Third wife was no magical being, no special powers but one: courage.
And what could be an interesting story with sort of like the native being connected to like ancient animals could be fucking interesting. And obviously done with the input and the, you know, the power of whatever tribe they want to depict. But like, it's just wasted here. Like, so wasted here. There's so many unanswered questions about the wolves, because they're not even wolves, they're just shapeshifters who take the form of wolves. Which is just like, okay, tell me more about that. You know?
Reporting live,
It's getting
Dawn
worse.
Shubay, CNN.
We're going to have to do something. It takes more than one of our kind to cause the damage they're reporting.
Like, am I losing my mind, or did he not have an accent up until this point? Like, I might look that up, because I'm like, you're Southern aggressively now? Where did that come from?
Why are you so against me becoming like you?
I know the consequences.
Yeah, he like, it fucking sucked. I can kind of see how he's like, I have to kill you, and then you're miserable the entire time. That's like kind of crazy. And it's just like, you're a human girl. There's nothing wrong with you. We were all dying when he turned us. You just want me to turn you because you want to be turned. That's kind of crazy. I don't know about that. And she's like, please kill me and put me in agonizing pain. Oh.
You need to hear the truth, Bella. And you need to know that I'm in love with you.
This was already established. I thought this isn't new information.
I don't feel that way for you.
I don't buy it.
What do
Girl, I don't know. You're only ever hanging out with him, getting really deep into feelings with him, and like the looks and the lingers. And it's just like, yeah, you're friends, but you know that he is in love with you, and you still hang out with him and say these like really sweet nothings to him. She's awful. Bella is awful.
Feel that?
He's like, touch
Flesh
my boob.
and blood.
Oh. That's crazy. Oh.
I kissed Bella, and she broke her hand, punching my face.
In Charlie's POV, he's like, oh, okay. Oh, wow.
I don't understand what I did to make you hate me so much.
I don't hate you, Bella. I envy you. You have a choice. I didn't. None of us did, but you do, and you're choosing wrong.
Yeah.
What did you think of my speech? Too easy breezy, too self-helpful, you hated it?
No, I think you pretty much nailed it.
Yeah? It's like I was born to lead, right? I love this song. It's good.
It's the funny thing about this song is that they tried to make it a dance party song, and it was just like, no, it's not what's happening in this song.
What are you doing here?
You invited me, remember?
Got this movie for some reason aggressively makes me think about, or like it takes me back to being like, I think at this point I was maybe like 18 when this movie came out. It just takes me back to that time. It's really interesting. Like the song on this party, the vibe of this movie, it's just like it's I'm getting heavy nostalgia vibes right now in a way that I have not in a while, because I just always barely remember watching this one.
Who's behind it?
I didn't see anyone I recognized.
They must be playing with the blind spots in your vision.
Either way, the army's coming, and there aren't enough of us to protect the town.
What are they after?
They were passing around Bella's scent.
They want me. They want me. That's what this is all about. Another crazy fucking thing because of me. Oh. She's so annoying. She's like, what? I'm in trouble again? Based off the decisions that I continue to make? I hate her.
Fighting newborns requires knowledge that Jasper has. You're welcome to join us.
Did they do a thing of like giving this actor a southern accent in this movie because he's gonna have that newborn training camp? So like they want to aggressively be like, no, he's from the South. Like that's his whole thing. Is that what went down? Because I don't remember a damn accent before this movie. It's like really bugging me. I was like, I'm like thinking about it.
It's graduation present.
She's messy. She's like, yeah, it's a gift from him. And you're wearing it to where they're gonna teach the wolves how to. I don't know, Bella.
Our kind is never more physically powerful than in our first several months.
Because they're like sort of hybrid, in a hybrid phase.
A newborn army doesn't need thousands like a human army. But no human army could stand against.
That accent's tricky. It's.
Are you sure there's nothing I can do to help?
Bitch.
Victoria.
Alice would have seen if she wanted to make an army.
Unless she's hiding behind them. And she's letting someone else decide.
I thought this was so cool when they did it. Like, I thought that was cool.
With the wolves in this, it's an easy win. The rest of us aren't gonna have enough to do.
They're like, sit down. You're making it so much more difficult and dangerous if you're in the middle of it.
I can't make you choose between me and your family.
The only way I can protect you is to be with you.
No.
Even if he carries me, they'll still pick up on our scent.
Your stench, however, is revolting.
Dude, you really don't want to start comparing stinks.
Like, what? What?
Okay, Alice, don't be a stranger.
Okay. Your alibi for the battle is all arranged.
Your alibi for the battle is crazy.
Charlie's going fishing anyway.
Charlie? You guys are on first name basis now?
Me, he likes.
Yeah, he don't got no problem with me.
You definitely don't want to have to get married because you weren't careful.
What? Don't have the talk.
Well,
with
it's
me,
just
please.
as embarrassing for me as it is for you.
I doubt that. Oh my God, Dad? I'm a virgin.
Okay, good. Glad we covered that.
Me too.
See, that was cute.
Virgin. Liking Edward a little bit more now.
Yeah, see, that's cute. I like that. The father-daughter stuff. Give me more of that.
I can't sleep with all that teeth chattering going on. She may need her toes someday. And let's face it, I am hotter than you.
Mrs. Cullen.
You're marrying him?
Jake,
Edward's messy.
you knew he was listening.
He deserves to know.
Jake, stop! What can I do?
You can't do anything. Well, maybe I'll get myself killed and make it simple for you.
No!
Oh. That's when I'll have to go, ooh.
Jacob! Kiss me.
He's like, okay, yeah, that'll work.
Asking you to kiss me.
She's awful. She's awful. Let him go fight his battle. Like, does this make sense to any of you? Like, what she's doing this? I just never... I never got it. Period. Oh, they put in the work. Period. All these just like gorgeous extras, just like. Period. They're just rushing through these vampires.
Seth, go. She knew we weren't there, but she caught my scent. She knew you'd be with me. I can read her mind, so I know what she thinks of you.
Riley, don't let him do this to us.
You're dead.
I think he would have to believe that he's lying, because if that were to be true, he's like, you murdered me and ruined my life to get back at them. Like, I'm nothing to you. Like, I think his brain is protecting him.
You want me to feel the pain you felt when I killed James? When I tore him to pieces? When I turned him into nothing?
All this over Bella. Over Bella. All this for Bella. All of it. Just over Bella. She's like, yeah, I remember that brave native woman, how she protected her tribe. I'll do what she did. Like, that's sick. And that's all your fault, Bella. He was like, I'm never going to hurt anybody again. I don't want to kill. I don't want to fight. I don't want to do anything. And that's all he's doing. It's just like fighting and having battles and shit.
There's no rush.
Chosen my life. I'm gonna start living it.
That's crazy. Just goes, oof. That made my stomach hurt. Jesus. As if you've lived any life. You're like 12.
I've had to face death and loss and pain in your world, but I've also never felt stronger. Like more real, more myself.
You were in control of all that. Like all that was your doing. She's like, I'm the worst person you've ever met. And like, I want to stand in that. And I'll only feel good if I'm who I am, but as a vampire. Jesus.
We have to tell Charlie.
It's highly dangerous.
It's a good thing you're bulletproof.
That poor man. That poor man. Jesus. I'm sorry, everything is ugly. It was ugly then, it's ugly now. I just never know what to pull from that movie, because it's not good. It's just a small battle. It's more of the same, like Bella being awful, with both men finding her irresistible. Everybody making horrible decisions. Bella being at the middle of it. Charlie is terrorized out of his goddamn mind, being like, oh, God, really? Like my daughter who comes, this is my daughter is. Like, this is who my daughter is. Okay, I guess I can roll with it and be understanding. MVP. She left the country. She's trying to get married to this crazy boy. Yeah. I don't remember this one much, because I think it kind of just, it was a side movie, right? Because we're all only waiting for her to become a vampire, right? So all this stuff in the middle of it's like, it feels like a waste of our time. We're just like waiting to get to the good stuff. And by this movie, you're like, okay, yeah, we got to wrap up Victoria, I guess. Let's do that here with a mini battle to give us an epic thing. And then it slows down a lot until like the last movie. But you know, whatever. That's the books that she made. I don't know. I think Eclipse is like up there with the one, or below on the list of the ones that I actually like, right? Twilight's obviously at the top. Then we got, honestly, I only like Twilight and like maybe Break It Down Part 2. Those are the only two that I like of this series, like really like. The other ones are fun and they're like, okay, cool. I remember like, it's the first time reading this in the book, but like the stronger connection definitely comes from the first one, for sure. But yeah, no, I this one's always a trip for me, because she's just ping ponging these men back and forth. That's all this movie. I love you, but I don't love you like that. Or like, I love you, but I love him too. It's like, God, all the while vampires trying to rip you all limb from limb. You're all dealing with this. It's just like, Jesus Christ, like the fight on the front porch. Like the fight, Carla's like, hey babes, we there's an army built against us. Like that may be a Volturi trying to kill us. Y'all really fucking doing this right now? Come on. But they are teenagers, technically, so everyone's been a teen for 300 some years, I'm right. Yeah, I don't know. Didn't care for this one. It had some fun moments, but this one was sloppy to me. I don't know. I'm wondering if in the book it was that way too, and I'm just like realizing that now. But yeah, this one, the Jasper having a southern accent all of a sudden. Somebody let me know if like he had an accent this whole time, because I don't think he did. I'm gonna actually go back and watch, just like thumb through the other ones and see, because I don't think he had an accent. And then why did he have to be in the damn Confederate army? That feels crazy. like, why do you have to be part of the Confederate Army? That's an interesting choice. Very interesting choice. A very deliberate choice, too. I don't know. Jesus. Like, every time I think about that, I'm like, God. That's the choices that she made. Some of them are really fucking weird. And you're like, all right. And like, of course, as a child, you're not really thinking that. Most kids aren't. But then you grow up and you're like, God, and this was like marketed to kids. But I guess if you're a kid and you're not resonating with that, I guess I'm okay with that. That you don't think that that's some good. But yeah, a lot of this stuff is like, what? And you have like mismatch stuff. You have like a battle, just like chopping up vampires, but then there's like this child at the middle of it and they have to kill a kid. It's just like, oh, why did this like really get really intense and like real for me? Like, it just felt like could have just all just been random people. Like, I don't know if that subplot of the child was ever interesting to me. And then I remember she like released a book, but it was like the short, very short life of Bree or something, and I read that and I was like, we're just like kind of hearing about this girl's awful life and then her death. Like, it's just like, why is this? It just felt like really dark. I was like, what the fuck? It's just like a really interesting choice, I'll just say that. But yeah, before I ramble on and get into nonsense, because Jesus Christ, am I zooted? Yeah, let me know what you, Jesus. I gotta go. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll just try to get breaking down part 1 up quickly. I won't wait a month in between, because I just want to be over this. Like, they get really bad, and at some point not fun to watch. Like, by the breaking down part 1, you're like, okay, this whole movie is, I think about her like losing her virginity or something. Actually, that might be funny. As always, I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Why did I wink? That's interesting.